Problem on the 5-minute chart waiting for that close below happened right here. Once that happened right there, we're looking over here to see if we can get some setups to go short on the 500 tick chart. And there's lots of great little setups. This is the pivot where it closed below, you know, and before it did, you see these pintails developing, and it came right back down, came up and created another pintail reversal candle. And this area here was the area that I was almost pushing the short button on that. And I wish that I had done that. I just want to get it in the video to understand my logic and thinking, and comparing the charts, what I'm looking for on the charts, what I have to see happen. And there's that where it came up right there and created that little pintail on the 500 tick chart. This is the 5-minute chart. Using this 5-minute chart and the 500 tick chart together to get into the trade. Beautiful, beautiful. I hope to get good at that and master that, Lord willing. Okay, this has got to be the best A+ setup that I can find if I'm only using, you know, the 500 tick chart and the red line, and I'm just looking for a quick move. Right here, I mean, it's hard to go long when everything's looking bearish. I understand that. But when we're looking at just this and we're using just these red lines, which is pivot levels on previous days, you have a pivot level here that was broken. You have it going through the red line. You have consolidation. You have multiple pintails, and you have all the moving averages expanding up in momentum. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different confluences saying, let's jump in that trade. And even if my stop would certainly have been under the pintails, even if I got in late here. You got 2 to 1 already, $224 if I had auto adjusted 7 micro contracts. And this is just really exciting to see this. Some days the pivot level red lines work fantastic. And if they're working good like they are today, I mean, look at the bouncing here, shorting there, hit the target there, you know, pintail up here, come to the next red lines where it's shorted off again. You know, it's just amazing. Consolidation underneath the pintail breakout. I didn't even use that time chart, but if I was going with multiple time charts, I'd want to use the 5,000. And you see that price is consolidating over the main 3 moving averages, and they're starting to pin up. So you have more than just one little time chart here. It's a high quality setup nonetheless, but I just want to get that on video to show what kinds of, you know, trades I'm looking for and my thinking behind it. Again, if the day is working good, the day is working good. We have that same red line where this took off is the same red line where we have the consolidation breakdown, pintail retest, consolidation continuation, just amazing. And you know, I would have probably gotten in right here for a 1-to-1, which is another $100 1-to-1, or if it didn't work, break even on the pullback, which it would not have quite hit yet. So either a 1-to-1 or a break even. Let's see if it continues actually. Okay, that would have broke even. That's fine. Breaking even is a win. Now it's on the other side with some strong momentum going that way. Let's see if it'll work going the other way again. And I'm just really just kind of mental trading right now and observing things. So I would have gotten long right here. We already would have hit 1-to-1. If I'm taking quick 1-to-1s, another $100 profit on that. So if I'm just going to move my stop to break even, it could, let's see if it'll keep going, or be a break even trade, which are wins because you're not losing anything. So yeah, I like the way this is working. I want to trade on the same side of the moving averages. So I don't want to go long until price is on the right side of the moving averages. I don't want to go short until price is on the right side of the moving averages, in conjunction with consolidation and retesting and breaking the pivot level. So all that stuff working together has given us our trade setup. Now you see the price dropped right back down with a retest of it, and if I would have gotten long short here, I would have been stopped out. So now it's just really starting to chop around too much on it, which is kind of dangerous now. So If you take the first loss, now that it's not working fluidly, and you can see right here, uh, this dip down and back up. This would have been a break even. That would have been a break even. And then it starts to have a loss. So now I'm trying to figure out, do I want to keep trying it or just keep working with this red line and keep moving my stop where I think it should be. And this would be another trade right here if this would continue to go up. I don't like the 5-minute chart. I don't like how it's getting closer and closer to the trend line, and now it's starting to go sideways right here. I don't like that, but I like the setup that's possible here for a clear space to the upside. And I would have gotten long probably after the retest right here and looking for a 1-to-1 probably right here. The question is, where will my stop loss be? So if I'm only risking $100 on trades, it's automatically set to get the micros that I need for the $100 risk. All right, I'm practicing something, but I noticed that we had a trend line rejection on the 10,000 tick chart. And then I came over to the 5-minute chart and I saw this candle starting to take place right over here. Red candle came up into this area here where the pintails were on this side on the 5-minute chart. So I come over here. I missed the trend line break up high, you know, on the 500 tick chart. But then I saw this consolidation area, and I decided to go short here and use my stop loss right there. And I did get out a little early, trying to hold longer and longer. Would have got a 3-to-1 on that. Now I like on a 5-minute chart, I got short right in this area. I like how the engulfing red candle came down, and then we had this little doji type of candle. I used that stop loss on the top of that doji candle, and then I got short, and that's where we did it. The top of that doji candle was right here. So we just got short right in this area right here. And actually I got short over here. It came up, scared me a little bit. But there's really no scare because it was a good trade. Right here, the doji was in the middle on the 5,000 tick chart. Yep, 5,000 tick chart. I had a little concern because the moving averages were all going up, but you got to understand the higher time charts showing the resistance on that trend line, and then up here, and then a strong candle came down, consolidation in the middle of trend lines. A lot of times when it consolidates in the middle of the trend lines and pushes, that's what you want to see. So right here again, even though it was bullish on the trend line, moving averages going up, it hit the pivot level area and the trend line and started rejecting. So we go on a lower time chart and we look for consolidation continuation. Consolidation continuation. Now, I wish I would have taken the trade up higher. I didn't see it. I just turned my computer back on after taking a break. And here's the trend line right here. And I want to talk about those trades real quick on this video. If I was up here higher, this is how I would have looked to take that trade. I would have saw the rejection right here with these pintails on the trend line, and then I would have wanted to put my order in like this, something like this right here, where I'm in probably up here higher, probably up here. I would have got a 1-to-1 on that, and then it would have come back up, or I would have broke even. Oftentimes I'll go to break even, I won't even take the 1-to-1, so it's not a loss necessarily. Over here we have the similar thing where it's breaking the trend line with consolidation and a pintail. All right, and the moving averages are pointing down nicely. So let's see how that would have worked. We get in somewhere right here, stop over here, and you can clearly see that that would have been a 1-to-1 as well. So, but what happened was I missed those two trades, and we end up getting in down here on this consolidation area right here. So I just want to get that in the video, and it's still going. Wow. That is awesome. I'm really grateful for being able to see the markets this way now, thank God. I want to go over a couple more trades here. This loser in particular, I want to take a look at and ask, why did I lose it? More than likely, I was watching for trend line breaks, bottom right corner, looking for trend line breaks on this thing here, and it didn't close below that one. I kept moving the trend line over and over and over, and finally I thought I saw the trend line break that was working. But the problem is, this was not the moving averages were not coming down. Okay, so I looked at this trend line break, and I didn't take that one, and then I switched it over a little bit further to right here, and you can see I took the trend line break right there. Came up, stopped me out immediately. Look at the moving averages. They're all going up. Okay, now over here, I just had this trade over here. I didn't hold it long enough, which is why I'm angry, but it worked, and I got a little profit on it. Okay, let's see. I shorted here and got out here, but I could have stayed in it. Okay, now this looks like another situation. Let me see what I got over here. Right over here. I was waiting and waiting and waiting for the consolidation. I like to see the consolidation, and then I like to see a lower candle hold down at the bottom. Okay, and then I want to see it continue. And so that's what it did. I got short right on that candle. My stop was up here. 1-to-1 was down here. But I let it come up and I broke even. As soon as it got close to the 1-to-1, I moved my stop to break even. I almost got back in it, and it would have been such a great trade. Such a great trade. So breaking even too early can be a problem, and obviously not holding my winners is my biggest problem. I mean, I could be up so much right now. Okay, so let's drill this in the videos. Hold your winners and give the initial move some room before you go to break even. All right. Okay, I have to see the difference. I have to see the difference between these moving averages expanding up, price coming down into them. Don't short. Okay, over here, price fell below all the moving averages, even though it didn't work. Even though this didn't work. Even though this didn't work. This is better shorting potential than to try to short when the moving averages are going up like this and price comes down to it here, right? Now, if it closes below the 3 moving averages, I like this little tiny window stop loss area here, which would have got 2-to-1. That was the only opportunity that actually worked. And if it closes below the first 3 moving averages and puts in some pintails, I might have got a 1-to-1 to break even on that little thing, but you got to be quick on that. Here we see it above all the moving averages on this side. It's above all the moving averages over here, and then it closes below the moving averages here, and you get some pintails. That's a great short area. Great short area. It just didn't work. Okay, but that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this feel here. Pintails, downward trending moving averages, closing below, even consolidating with pintails, consolidation with pintails, under the moving averages, getting ready to continue down. That's what we want. We don't want to try to short, for instance, this little area right here where it's going up. Even right here, it was tricky until if it breaks the trend line and closes below the other moving averages, then that's fine. Let's take a look at some more of this stuff here. This, like I said before, these are the best setups. All the moving averages are going in the right direction. You get consolidation and some pintails, and that's how we need to do it. Over here, let's take a look at this. Yeah, trying to short right here in any of this area right here is tricky. Very, very tricky. Until we get a close below all the moving averages and a consolidation, the shorts are not happening on this side. You could say, yeah, you just can't do it. You just can't do it. So there's a certain look to the pattern and to the moving averages that we want to see. And until we get that, we cannot take the trade. And now that we got this bar coding going on the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, up, down, up, down, up, down, it is anything. Now it's almost making it seem like anything in this area until it breaks this pivot down here is not going to work. So, and like now it's below all the moving averages. So if it comes up, consolidates, gives us some pintails, then starts to roll, we would want to take that trade. So right now it's coming up into the moving averages. So we want to see it consolidate and give us some bear signals. So let's see if we get that, or if it's just going to go right back up here. Okay, we get a little bit of a rejection off of the moving averages, and the moving averages are coming down. We're looking at a trend line break potential here, and we just need it to continue to go down. I think this is looking good right here. I might need a little more consolidation, but I got some reversal candles going on, and I'm thinking about doing this here, right here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, and let's bring stop loss into place. As soon as we get enough, we're going to break even. There goes break even. Hopefully it'll keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. I don't want to get stopped out for break even, but at least we'll not lose it.
Stop filled.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Again, covering costs on these kinds of trades, bare minimum. I'm just wondering how I could have played that a little differently. But that's just practice, practice, practice. Okay, the moving averages are coming down. If it gets stuck in this area and rotates, this will be my stop loss area if it keeps heading down. But my entry will be somewhere in this area here. It's got to stay below that area up there and give me a reversal candle. It's got to stay above, below this area here. And if it gives me a reversal candle, some pintails, I'll be very interested in shorting this. Okay, we got short, but it's too choppy. I'm thinking about getting out of it because it's way too choppy. But it's almost back to my entry point, my stop loss, I mean. But this could definitely go. I'm going to break even on this as fast as possible because it's way too choppy. I hope it just goes down and gets me a 1-to-1 on this thing. Okay, I'm going to reduce my risk because it's too choppy. Okay, let's go. I'm going to break even. There we go, 1-to-1 almost. I'm breaking even on this right now. I'm breaking even. Let's go ahead and try to shoot for a little bit more. We're on break even. We're okay with it. It's too choppy. I'm okay to break even on this trade. If it
Stop filled.
Okay, another break even. Another break even. Trying to figure out if I should have taken this trade or not. Let's take a look at this because it's just this green candle right here that pissed me off. And then it never did. Like I said, it's got to stay below this. And it did stay below this. So I should get back in this, I think, maybe. Let's take a look at some other time charts. It's so flat. And it's not the best anymore, it looks like. Because, again, we're still trying to fight this area here. And it's not, a lot of people would say this is just too choppy and too consolidated. Playing a smaller time chart, though, you can get some swings. 250 tick chart is what we're using at the moment. But I don't think I'm getting the A+ feeling here. Okay, I'm not getting the A+ feeling, and it might actually work, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right, and it's too choppy. Sure enough, it would have stopped me out. Sometimes when you're doing B+ setups, they're not the best setups, and your gut feeling is actually going to help you. Feelings in the beginning, raw emotions can hurt. Shouldn't be trading with emotions, but eventually those feelings can turn into intuition with time and experience. So you get past that eventually. Okay, here was a little trade that I liked that I took. It came up to consolidation, and then put in this little cup with handle feeling. There's an old trend line right here that it was consolidating above. Moving averages were expanding real nicely to the upside. So I went long here, stopped right tight like that, and we got our 1-to-1 target on there. And I really, and then I noticed it was creeping across the top of this trend line with a little pintail there. So I wanted to give it a shot, and this could be a pretty big move, big mover here. So we'll keep an eye on how much I would have made. I only got a 1-to-1 on it. There's that same trend line with the same setup. Interesting. Get long there, stop loss there. Already been at 1-to-1. Would have got a 2-to-1 on the earlier trade, or if I'd have just stayed on my original stop loss with the original entry, we'd be close to 3-to-1 on that already. Problem is, you're looking at higher time charts that are giving you resistance. Here's the 60-minute chart. Look at this expanding downtrend. Look at these wild looking pintail. If anything, on a higher time chart, this is setting up for a rejection to the downside. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Yeah, we've got a break of the two fast moving averages. It could be setting up for a continuation down to the other moving averages. Now, I kind of like this. I like it breaking the 3 moving averages, and a green bar ignored underneath those moving averages is a nice little, yep, and it would have done pretty well. Let's see if I would have got short right there, stop loss right there. I would have hit 1-to-1 on that. Okay, that's how you do it. You want to get in. The green bar ignored was a pintail. That's a consolidation candle. And you want to get long as soon as it clears below that. There's your 1-to-1. And that would have been a quick scalp to the downside. Now we are up against a higher time chart trend line right here on the 5,000 tick chart. So we also got 3 points of reference. If it breaks down, gives us some kind of consolidation continuation underneath these pivots, or it could do the same thing at the top, break that trend line, consolidation continuation to go over the trend line, or we're looking for it to get weak at the trend line and come back down into this area down below. So let's see what happens if it just goes straight through, or if it comes down and gives us a nice little pattern. Looks like it might want to try to push up a little higher, so we're
filled.
We're long 9 micros. We're going to break even as soon as possible on this thing. Let's see if it gives us a little push to 1-to-1 on it, hopefully. Come on, keep going. Keep going.
Stop filled.
Nope, stopped out, unfortunately. But I like that. I like that little push up right there, get long, and it didn't quite jump up to that point up there, unfortunately. But we're going to try it again. It's got a nice flow to it. If it can just keep going up here, we're going to give it one more shot. If it stops me out here, I'm going to have to just rethink my situation. But we'll see if it gets us at least 1 or 2-to-1 here. I might be taking some trades that are just ugly trades. Here in the 15-minute chart, we see that the 20 moving average is prices in between these. A lot of times when moving averages are going like this and prices in the middle, it's just pinched and squeezed so hard it's difficult for it to do anything. And let's see, in the 5-minute chart, we got freedom though to go. I guess that's what I was watching the most. At least get us up there so we can break even on this thing. Let's go for the 1-to-1 here. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. This is why I want to take my profits when they come, because sometimes, you're just making your money back from your losses, and it's psychologically it's tough. But I think I'm going to trail this candle by candle. If it keeps going, hopefully it'll keep going. I'm going to get something out of it. So let's see if it hopefully it'll bounce off these momentum lines. Keep going right on up there for us, buddy. Let's see what happens. Keep going. Now I'm gonna put my stop order there. See if it keeps going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And I could take 1-to-1 right now. Let's see. I'm gonna trail candle by candle. Candle by candle. See what happens. Keep going. Keep going. Keep the momentum going. Keep the momentum going. Right there. Bounce right there. Bounce right there for me. Go right on up with the green candle. Right on up with the green candle. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. Break out. Go, 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 go. I'm trailing it as close as I can on this thing.
Stop filled.
Okay, we trailed it as far as we could until it broke. The trailing candle stopped out right there. That's great. That's our biggest trade today.